Hello everyone, this video is to introduce and give you a demo of ZR-1006 mask particulate filter efficiency and airflow resistance tester produced by Sandy.Junray Intelligent Instrument Company Limited. This video will help you to learn the operation of the instrument. First, we'll introduce the instrument. The principle of this instrument is to generate a standard particle size and concentration aerosols with an aerosol generator, and use upstream and downstream dual photometers test method to test the aerosol concentration before and after the mask or melt-blown fabrics to calculate its filtration efficiency, simultaneously collect the pressure before and after to measure the airflow resistance of the mask. This tester is applicable to medical device inspection centers, quality inspection institutes, mask and melt-blown fabrics manufacturers, and related inspection institutes. The instrument mainly consists of several components, including the host of Junray 1006 tester, Junray 1311 salt aerosol generator, Junray 1304 oil aerosol generator, aerosol stabilizer, and a tripod. Next, I will introduce the compositions and functions of each part of the tester. There is a test chamber, pressure gauge, USB port, emergency stop button, host power switch, and a screen in the front of the instrument. The emergency stop button is to shut down the instrument when accident happens in the process of using the instrument. The USB port is convenient for data export. The pressure gauge is to display the internal pressure of the instrument and does not need to be set in daily use. The main interface is composed of set, test, maintain, query, print, and export several parts. Maintain is an option for factory settings and after-sales personnel debugging. It is not required for daily use. There are embedded handles on both sides of the instrument, which is convenient for the movement of the instrument. Exhaust muffler is to reduce the noise of the instrument. The compressor drainage is to remove the condensed water in the compressor. So, the two outlets are not necessary to be connected in daily use. The aerosol port on the other side of the instrument is the main channel for connecting the aerosol generator to the host. The aerosol electronic control interface will not be used in daily use, so you can just block it. Before operation, please confirm following notes. First, the instrument should be connected to the power supply and higher than 0.8 megapascal of fixed dry and cool air source. Second, some standards require pre-treatment of the masks, so it's better to prepare high and low temperature test box and mask mechanical strength pre-treatment device. Third, when performing salt aerosol test, 2% sodium chloride is necessary. The items that need to be prepared, including analytical grade sodium chloride accompanied with the instrument, 100 mm volumetric flask, 500 mm graduated cylinder, 500 mm beaker, electronic balance, reagent weighing paper, etc. After all items are prepared, start the solution preparation. First, take 20 grams of analytical grade sodium chloride. Add distilled water to dilute. Then transfer to a 1000 mm volumetric flask. Dilute to 1000 mm. Now it's ready to be used. If you're going to perform oil aerosol penetration test, don't need to prepare oil solution because the attached liquid paraffin can be injected into the oil container directly. After above preparations are completed, we can start the test. First is the process of salt aerosol test. Now, we need to pour prepared 2% sodium chloride solution into the bottle on salt aerosol generator. Unplug the PU tube connected on nebulizer. Remove the nebulizer. Remove the solution bottle and pour the solution into it. Do not fill the liquid up to the highest level. You should connect the ZR-1311 salt aerosol generator, ZR-1003 aerosol stabilizer, and ZR-1006 host via its silicon tube. Connection method is the hot wind outlet of generator is connected to the hot wind inlet of stabilizer. The aerosol outlet of generator is connected to the aerosol inlet of stabilizer. The outlet of stabilizer is connected to the inlet of host. All those silicon tubes should be connected tightly. After the connection, press power button on 1006 host. After self-check, we'll enter warming up interface. Warming up need 15 minutes and don't operate the instrument in this period. After that, we'll enter main interface. Now, you can long press the power button of Bluetooth printer to turn it on, and it will connect to the host automatically. The screen will indicate the connection. Then switch on the salt aerosol generator, press the join button. The instrument will start warming up. Warming up will finish when the temperature rises to 150 centigrade. In the meantime, connect the external gas source to aerosol generator via PU tube. Now, start salt aerosol test. Step 1. Click Set and select Steno Hailing option. Then back to the main interface. Step 2. Click Test to enter test setting interface. You can input a product name based on the sample. Input a testing number based on the sample sequence. Input a sampling flow according to the standards. Salt aerosol test usually requires 85 liter per minute and 32 liter per minute, so you can input 85 or 32 here. Next, we will take 85 liter per minute as an example. Qualified percentage of filtration efficiency is set up according to the standard requirement. We take 95% as an example here. Resistance limitation refers to the technical requirement in GB 19083. Technical requirement for protective face mask for medical use. The limitation is 343.2 Pascal. So we can input it directly here. Test mode have two options. One is test duration, and the other one is loading mass. In the salt aerosol test, we usually choose test duration mode and input 30 seconds. If you're going to perform loading test, you can choose loading mass mode. Here, we take 30-second test as an example. After setting, we should perform initial test before formal test. The initial test is to stabilize the concentration and flow rate of aerosols. Turn on the switch of compressed air on aerosol generator. The generator starts to work. Click Initial Test button. Attention! Don't place samples on the fixture now. Then enter the photometer calibration interface. Calibration is required after each time of shutting down, and the interface will not pop up in subsequent test. After the calibration, it will enter initial test interface, which will last 2 minutes. Now you should make sure the upstream concentration of aerosol should be between 10 to 50 milligrams per cubic meter, and the downstream concentration should be the same as upstream concentration. If the upstream concentration is too high, twist the rotary knob on generator to increase the flow rate. Then the upstream concentration will reduce noticeably. On the contrary, if the concentration is too low, twist the rotary knob to reduce the flow rate. Follow the above operation to maintain the aerosol concentration at 35 milligrams per cubic meter, and quit initial test after 2 minutes. After the initial test, we can perform the sample test. First is flat mask. If your sample is flat mask, you should cut both sides of the mask and place it direct on the test chamber after flatten. If your sample is melt-blown fabric, you can put it directly on the test chamber. Click Next Step, click Filtration Efficiency Test, enter before sampling cleanup. After the cleanup, it will enter test interface. Due to the set 30-second test, the running time will automatically end after 30 seconds. The real-time efficiency and airflow resistant values will be displayed on the test interface. During this process, The instrument will record a minimum efficiency value. After the test is completed, the result will be automatically displayed, judged, and printed. Note that if it is a folding mask to be tested, please take out the nose bridge and fix the mask with a built-in 3-dimensional clamp and place it on the test chamber. After placing it, click Next and Efficiency Test. In the same test process, the instrument automatically displays and prints results. Click Exit. The sample test is completed. After the test is completed, record the minimum filtration efficiency. If the test is in accordance to the GB 19083 Medical Protective Mask Standard, it is also necessary to record the airflow resistance. The automatically printed results are relatively simple, only showing the filtration efficiency and airflow resistance. If you need a detailed printing result, you can click Query on the main interface to find the sample information we need and click Print to directly print the result. You can also click Export to export data using USB flash disk. Next, we will introduce oil penetration test process. Pipeline connection. Connect the pipeline before testing. Use a new silicon tube to connect the diluent gas outlet of the 1304 to the hot air inlet of the stabilizer. Connect the aerosol outlet to the aerosol stabilizer inlet, and connect the aerosol stabilizer outlet to the aerosol port of the host. Connect external air source to air source port via a PU tube. Note that the PU pipe connection method is quick connection. Please plug it in place. Turn on the gas source switch and the aerosol generator starts to work. Note, 1304 is only cogeneration, so there is no need to connect it to power supply at this time. Set parameter. Set the aerosol type to oily, according to previous steps. Click Test to enter the test setting interface. When switching between salt and oil aerosols or changing the test flow rate, initial testing is required. For oily testing, we give an example when the test flow rate is 95 liters per minute. After setting the flow rate, click Initial Test. Do not put any samples on it at this time and observe the upstream concentration and sampling flow rate. If the upstream concentration is too high, adjust the rotary knob of flow meter on the generator to increase the flow. On the opposite, decrease the flow rate of the generator. Adjust the concentration and keep it between 10 to 50. It will exit automatically after 2 minutes. According to requirements of EN 149, the oil test requires a 120 mg of loading test. Before the test, select the loading quality mode, input 120 mg, and place the mask according to the folding mask placement method. Click Next. Click Test. Because the setting is load quality test, so the instrument will automatically stop after loading to the set mass. The load quality is the upstream concentration multiplied by the sampling flow, then multiplied by the sampling time. Therefore, the 120 mg loading requires about 35 minutes. After the test is completed, the result is automatically recorded, and the detailed small ticket can also be printed through the query interface. The following are explanations of some problems that need to be paid attention to during the use of the instrument. Before the instrument leaving the factory, all parameters and performance have been debugged and quality checked. We can use it according to the above steps. After 48 hours of continuous running, you need to clean the pipeline, aerosol stabilizer, and the test chamber. The pipeline and stabilizer can be cleaned with clean water and then blown dry. If you encounter data instability in daily test, you can use the standard resistance plate or standard field membrane that comes with the instrument to calibrate the instrument. The details of calibration method refer to previous content. After the data is obtained, Compare it with the labeled data. You can adjust it. If there is a deviation, the adjustment is a professional operation. Therefore, when you need to do it, you can contact our after-sales personnel to guide the adjustment. When using the instrument, if the parts of the instrument break down or need to be repaired, you can contact after-sales personnel online for guidance on troubleshooting or replacement of parts. How to deal with the deviation of the filter efficiency of the ZR-1006 max particulate filter efficiency and airflow resistance tester. It is recommended to use a standard sample, such as a sample tested by authoritative organizations, or a regular standard filter with aerosol filtration efficiency test curve for comparison. If deviation is suspected, it is recommended to go to the qualified measurement agency for collaboration. The instrument needs maintenance after a period of running, just like a car maintenance. The scope of maintenance is to clean all internal and external pipelines, replace filter elements, filters, and clean the aerosol generator, etc. The ZR-1006 mask particulate filter efficiency and airflow resistance tester can count time and run after start sampling. First, check whether the sampling fluid reached the setting value, such as 85 liters per minute. The machine will not start sampling before the fluid reaches the setting value, neither too high nor too low. Most of them can be solved after replacing the filter cotton of the fan module. Check whether the pipeline is blocked, and the exhaust value of the mixing chamber should be nominally open. If the upstream and downstream flow does not reach 1 liter per minute, the HPA filter of the photometer module needs to be replaced. It is usually judged by checking the pressure value to determine whether it needs to be replaced and maintained. Pressure range: sampling pressure greater than 5 kPa, upstream and downstream pressure greater than 8 kPa. What should I do if the upstream aerosol concentration of ZR-1006 mask particulate filter efficiency and airflow resistance tester cannot reach target value? Most likely, it is because the instrument needs cleaning and maintenance. This problem can be solved by cleaning the nozzle of the aerosol generator, pipeline, mixing chamber, fan, and photometer module. Then check whether the salt solution is suitable, whether the exhaust value in the rear end of glass bottle on salt aerosol generator is closed, and check whether all pressure are normal. Salt is 0.24 megapascal. Oil is 0.05 to 0.5 megapascal. The embedded thermal printer can print test results automatically. The guidance of operation is finished. Thank you.